While a lot of the United States is struggling to cope with some nasty weather, one small establishment provided a wonderful lesson in both running a business and being part of a community. Let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk. I'll tell you all about it.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
Have you ever heard this motto before? You have if you've been to New York City General Post Office. It's called neither rain nor sleet nor gloom of night. Not actually the official motto of the post office, but it's engraved on the front of their building since 1896. Therefore, for the sake of this story, let's pretend it is their motto. However, that's not the complete motto. Do you know what comes next? Neither rain nor sleet nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Think about this for a moment. Shouldn't this be the motto of most of us in business? After all, what it's really saying is this: when things are tough, we'll be there. In the small town of Great Falls, Virginia, where I spent 26 years of my life, I was reminded of that motto, but I wasn't reminded by the post office. I actually was reminded of this motto by our local Chinese restaurant. We had a snowstorm, and about 18 inches of snow blanketed the area during the night. People stayed off the roads and let the road crews do their work. During the day, the town remained quiet as more snow, sleet, and rain continued to fall. Finally, around 6 p.m., my wife and I decided to venture out. When we got to one of the two small shopping centers that serves that little town of Great Falls, every restaurant and store was closed, except for one. In the darkness, there was one open sign shining brightly for our little Chinese restaurant, the Peking Delight. Like rushing to a small oasis in a desert, we parked our car and went in to order some food to go. While I was inside waiting, I asked these two questions. One, how did you get your staff to come in during the storm? And two, why did you decide to open up? We all piled into one car and got here at our normal time, the woman said with a smile. Knowing that almost no one would be able to come by or order food, and faced with the danger of driving in terrible conditions, I needed to ask my second question one more time. Why did you decide to open up? As the woman responded, she no longer smiled. She answered me with a somewhat serious expression and a hint of pride. We felt you needed us. They didn't open because they felt it would be profitable. With a partial staff on hand, they had only made a handful of meals all day, and they knew this would probably be the case for the rest of the day. They opened because they felt the community needed them. Was it the safest thing to do? Of course not. And I don't hold it against any business that wasn't able to open on that snowy night or any snowy night. But it was a gesture I would never forget. We often see companies open up businesses in a community, but how often do we see businesses that understand what it is to be a member of a community? Well, there's a little Chinese restaurant in Great Falls, Virginia, that lets its actions speak louder than its words. If the post office doesn't want to officially claim that motto, I think we should hand it to the Peking Delight.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.